Hello and welcome back to Foos Entertainment for my review of 2012's Taken 2 with Liam Neeson. And we'll be talking about the plot of the film, Thrill's opinion of the film, my opinion of the film. There's not really any trivia to talk about when it comes to this movie. And I will be giving the film a ranking. All right. I'm going to do what I do best. A little tap line right there. Sorry, I'm not Liam Neeson. I have a little teeny bit of Irish in me, as I'm mostly Scottish and English, so his Irish thing that he does with his voice, I just can't quite get it. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean this is a perfect action movie in by any measures of me. But the punchline on the back of the movie, the edge of your seat thriller of the year. Now that, believe it or not, that I can agree with. Best action movie of the year, no. Best action movie of 2012, we already know which one that is. That's definitely Skyfall. I mean, the thing put the James Bond franchise in the $1 billion market. I mean, come on. Not millions of dollars. Over $1 billion. This one didn't get to do that. It's got a few $100 million. All right. Brace yourself for the unrated cut of Taken 2 with even more unstoppable action and thrilling suspense, plus in-depth extras that take you deep behind front lines of a one-man war. Liam Neeson returns as Brian Mills, an ex-CIA operative. See, down he's messing up with you because he's not ex-CIA operative, he's an ex-MI6 operative, but whatever. Who finds himself taken hostage along with his ex-wife. To survive, Brian must enlist the help of an unlikely ally and use his really efficient skills to take out his kidnappers. All right. The Real's opinion of Taken 2. The Real's opinion of Taken 2 is they thought it was a fun movie. I think that's how you would kind of put it. It's a fun Liam Neeson action movie. It's not really, if people thought it was not really on the same toe-to-toe as the first film, which in my opinion is a cult classic at this point. I should say it became a cult classic when it came out. But I can definitely tell you that this is definitely not on the same ends as that, and the world definitely agrees too. I think they felt like the film just didn't have the character in the flow of the first film. It definitely has good character development, good performances, good action, and a good story, I would say. There's actually a pretty good story in this movie. But it just doesn't have the same flow and atmosphere as the first film. The first film is where it's at. That's what the Real's opinion of the film is. My opinion of the film. I would say that this is basically the same movie as the first film. The only difference is you swap the daughter with the parents. It's kind of that, so it's kind of like three things at the same time. It's a direct sequel that ties into the first movie. In fact, out of the Taken films, this is the only one that does that. So this is truly a sequel to the first movie. It follows the events of the first movie and the consequences of what he did in the first film. So it's that movie. It's kind of a rehash, at least for the first act of the movie, of the first film, but in a much smarter way. And I would say that, intelligent-wise, this is probably just as smart as the first film. And then it tries to do its own thing. So it's all three of that, and that's kind of where things go. I would say, in terms of quality, I would say this is almost as good as the first film. Almost. It's not as good as the first film, but is almost as good as the first film. So this does not have a chance of getting a 2-star rating with me. No, it's better than that. Not sure if I get a 4. I would say it's definitely worth picking this one up, but for sure. Now, like I said, there's not really any trivia to talk about when it comes to this movie. So let's just talk about my experience. Taken 1 I saw in theaters. Taken 2 and 3 I didn't. I picked this up when Walmart was cool. All right, there was a time when Walmart was awesome. It opened 24 hours a day, and I think part of the reason why they don't do it anymore is because at 11:55 p.m. at night, you would be having people lining up in the video section. And then at 12:05, they would start getting a little bit anxious because the stockers not stocking the new releases, which they would stock at midnight. So if you go to work after work on Monday, me and my buddies would go to our nearest Walmart, and we would wait for the new releases to get stocked, and then we would just pick them up. And well, that's how I got this one. And this actually is the same copy, I might add, that I got. And I kind of missed that. And that was kind of a cool experience in its own. It was kind of like a kid going to a candy store. With me, my candy just happens to be movies. So I loved Monday. I would get off work. I would go to Walmart. I would pick up a new movie or a couple of new movies, and man, I was in heaven. That you can't do that anymore. Fortunately, Walmart's not open 24 hours a day. That's a shame. And they don't stock movies anymore. I mean, there are several times these days I go to Walmart and they don't have what I'm looking for, and it takes them weeks, sometimes months, to get that release on the shelf. All right. Well, let's give this movie a ranking. This is good enough that I can give it a 3-star rating. So, again, 1 star means it's okay, it's fair. 2 means it's good. 3 means it's great. And 4 means it's perfect. This is not a perfect movie, but it's a great film. So I will definitely be giving it a great film ranking, which is 3 stars. So it gets 3 stars from me. Which basically means I still recommend you watch it. It's definitely a good movie, and it definitely lives up to the tagline on the back. The edge of your seat thriller of the year, because it definitely is the edge of the seat thriller of the year 2012. You will be on the edge of your seat with this entire film. It's just not as good as the first movie, but only falls slightly short, just little. So that's my review of Taken 2. I hope you enjoyed. And Fu says, check it out, and I will see you all very soon for my review of Taken 3. Until then.